Hey guys, it's Gabby. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing the viral ombre French tip nails. I have been seeing these all over TikTok, all over Instagram, and I did try these out a few days ago using gel polish, but then I realized I haven't seen this done with normal nail polish. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and we're going to get right into it. So I'm starting off with 2 coats of Sally Hansen's in neutral as my base color, and I'm just going to let that dry. Next, I'm going to grab my peel-off tape barriers and place that around my nail. If you watch my videos, you know I use these all the time. They just make cleanup so much easier. So this is optional, but I will have them linked down below. And then for the ombre, I'm going to be using this terracotta kind of brown shade, and I'm going to apply that to the top half of the makeup sponge or cosmetic wedge. It goes by different names. And then I'm going to take that same base color that I used and apply that to the bottom half. So because I'm doing a vertical ombre going up and down the nail, I did fill my sponge completely just because I feel like it helps me be able to center the colors, if that makes sense, which you'll see when I start actually sponging it onto my nail. But once that's filled, I'm gonna let that dry a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna line that up so that I can get the colors as close to the middle as possible, and then I'm gonna start dabbing that onto my nail. This is always a little bit difficult to show on camera, but basically I'm taking the sponge and just dabbing it and bouncing it onto my nail. And I try to keep that line of where the colors meet in the center, but then I'm slightly going to each side just to start to blend those colors together. And after that first coat, this is what my nail looks like. So I'm gonna wait about 20-30 seconds and then refill my sponge and repeat this process. A few things to keep in mind: you don't want your sponge to be super wet with nail polish when you go to sponge it on your nail, but you also don't want to wait too long to where it's really dry. So it's really finding that balance, which honestly, it's only going to happen over time the more you do ombre nails. But again, I'm just trying to line it up so I can keep that vertical line going down the middle of my nail and then sponge the colors back and forth. This is how the ombre turned out, and then I'm just removing the barrier and I'm cleaning up any polish that got on my skin using a small brush and acetone. This next step is super important. I'm going to take a quick dry top coat. This one's from Essie, and I'm going to cover my nail completely and let that dry for 20 minutes, which I know it sounds like a long time, but I wanted to be sure that that base color was completely dry for the next step. Here's me 20 minutes later making sure that it's dry, and then I'm going to take a French tip nail vinyl sticker guide and place that onto my nail and just gently smooth that down using some tweezers so that polish doesn't seep underneath. And what we're going to do is create that ombre effect again just on the tip of the nail. So what I'm doing is flipping the colors so that once I line it up onto my nail, they're opposite of the background I created, and then I'm just going to sponge that onto my nail. Same process, just again only on the tip. And I tried to really make sure again that it's lined up in the middle so that the colors cross at the same point. It's better explained if you watch it. So usually this is where I'm like, take off the vinyl as soon as possible, but since we need a second layer, you are gonna let that dry a little bit. But because we're using a makeup sponge, you'll be fine. It won't mess up or seep underneath the vinyl because it's pressing down on top of it. So go ahead and do a second or third coat if needed, and then once you're done, you're gonna remove that vinyl using tweezers or your fingers, really up to you. And already it looks so cool, but what I'm gonna do is take a brush and a tiny bit of acetone and just clean up that smile line a tiny bit. The nice thing is, since I have that clear coat on before, I can clean up a little bit without digging into the polish underneath. So be careful if you decide to do that. And then I'm gonna finish off with my top coat. I don't know, this might be one of my new favorite techniques. Like, obviously there's a lot out there, but this one, I just love the look that it gives. It looks like you put so much work into it, even though it wasn't anything crazy, you know? And I do have to say, with normal nail polish, the only downside is having to wait to put that vinyl on. It does take a little bit longer, but if you have some time, you should definitely try this technique out. And of course, I had to show you guys how it looked with a matte top coat. And I think I do like the matte version better. I know, surprise, but it looks so cool with the matte top coat. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this technique, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.